the news of the week. I'm Pam Rances. This is the MB Rundown. The observance of All Saints' Day is in full swing. By tradition, Filipinos will set out to visit their departed loved ones in the cemeteries and other resting places and spend the day remembering them. Thousands of Filipinos are on a mission today to get to their departed loved one's gravesite and light a candle or two to remember them. That is why, in anticipation of the influx of visitors in Manila North Cemetery, the City of Manila released a traffic advisory on the road closures and parking areas for people heading there. In Dangwa, also in Manila, vendors are all busy tending to their flowers to be sold. Prices of flowers reached around 160 to 750 pesos per bundle. An estimate of 1.6 million people are expected to troop to Manila North Cemetery between now and November 2. A 6.5 magnitude earthquake shook parts of Mindanao. 2 days after, a 6.6 magnitude earthquake hit the central part of Mindanao and nearby areas last Tuesday morning. According to PHIVOX, the origin of the earthquake 28 kilometers northeast of Tulunan, Cotabato. PHIVOX also advised people to be cautious of structures visibly weakened or with signs of damage. Around 300 aftershocks were felt in about 24 hours of the earthquake. PHIVOX advised people to be cautious of structures visibly weakened by the tremor. At least 9 people died while more than 400 others were reported injured in the Tuesday morning tremor. Around 5,000 families were also displaced due to the earthquake. The Metro Manila Development Authority or MMDA agreed with Google-owned navigation app Waze that Metro Manila is one of the world's worst city to drive in. MMDA spokesperson Celine Payalago said that the agency cannot deny studies like the one made by Waze and that the actual travel time and travel speed recorded recently are consistent with the study conducted by Waze. Payalago added that the volume of vehicles is the main problem and that the agency is doing its best to explain this to the public. She said the country's major thoroughfares are already congested, and the number of vehicles flying EDSA, for example those with carrying capacity of 245,000 passengers, is now at 410,000. Aside from Manila, Sao Paulo in Brazil and Tel Aviv in Israel also topped Waze's 2019 ranking of the world's worst cities to drive in. 39 people were found dead on Wednesday inside a truck container in Essex, England. The truck, which is said to have entered England on Saturday, was found by ambulance workers at Waterglade Industrial Park. Authorities said that victims are likely from Vietnam. The Foreign Ministry of Vietnam said in a statement on Saturday that it had instructed its London embassy to assist British police with the identification of the victims. According to reports, the victims were likely from Ninh province, one of Vietnam's poorest provinces and home to many victims of human trafficking who end up in Europe. Meanwhile, here are other top news of the week. Maguindanao 2nd District Representative Ismael Toto Manguda Datu on Wednesday welcomed the junking of the motion of Maguindanao Massacre prime suspect Datu Andal Ampatuan Jr. This after the camp of Ampatuan Jr. submitted a motion to reopen the trial at the Quezon City Regional Trial Court. Ampatuan Jr. is one of the accused in the massacre of 58 people, including 32 media practitioners in Sharif Aguac, Maguindanao on November 23, 2009. The Department of Justice announced that the verdict will be rendered before the 10th anniversary of the massacre, saying the prosecution had presented more than sufficient evidence to warrant a conviction. Senators on Tuesday vowed to expedite the passage into law of the measure to institutionalize the teaching of values education and good manners and right conduct or GMRC. Chairman on Senate Committee on Basic Education, Senator Win Gatchalian, noted that once it is enacted into law, the teaching of values education and GMRC will be conducted for 1 hour per day for both elementary and high school class as a separate subject. Other senators who filed separate measures to institutionalize the GMRC in the K-12 curriculums are Senators Joel Villanueva and Juan Miguel Zubiri. The government may take over the operations of water utilities if Metro Manila's water supply problems worsen. President Duterte earlier threatened to use his power to include a possible government takeover to address the imminent water crisis in Metro Manila and nearby provinces. Manila Water Services Incorporated and Manila Water Company have recently implemented a daily rationing of water supply in their areas amid the reported low supply from Angat Dam. Let's take a quick recap of the MB Rundown for today, November 1, 2019. Filipinos observe All Saints' Day today. Some streets in the city of Manila to be closed to give way to those flocking to the Manila North Cemetery. A 6.5 magnitude earthquake hit Mindanao again after a 6.6 magnitude tremor was felt in almost the same area on Tuesday. Around 300 aftershocks were felt. The MMDA agrees with Google-owned navigation app Waze that Metro Manila is one of the world's worst cities to drive in. And 39 Vietnamese nationals were found dead inside a truck in Essex, England. And that's the MB Rundown. I'm Pam Rances.